On this week's 2-minute tip, how to get your garden tools in tip-top shape for spring. In the wintertime, when things in the garden are usually a little bit slower, it's a great opportunity to get those garden tools out, get them sharpened, polished up, get those handles conditioned so they'll be ready to perform for you when spring comes around. So I've got my batwing hoe here, which is kind of one of my favorite general use hoes around the garden. And I wanted to go ahead and get this thing sharpened, polished, kind of knock some of that rust off the blade edge there. Now to do this, you don't really need any fancy expensive equipment. You can do everything you need to do with this little tool right here, which we have on our site, and we call it the farmer's file. Now this farmer's file has two sides. It has a double cut side and a single cut side. The double cut side has the markings going in two different directions. The single cut side just has the markings going in one direction. So the double cut side is going to work really good for removing that rust and taking off a little more material, and then you can use the single cut side for your final polishing and getting those garden tools really sharp. So to do this, I'll take my batwing hoe and I'll put it in the vise here underneath the garden shed just to hold that blade still so I can sharpen it well. Then I take my file and I start off with that double cut side and I just push it up along that blade edge there where I want to sharpen. And I'm going to use this double cut side to kind of take that rust off. You want to make sure you maintain a good angle there, and you can tell if you're using the right angle or not by whether it's taking off that rust that you want to remove. You want to be sure to never drag the file backwards because that's going to ruin your file. So always push it in a forward direction towards that sharp edge. Then I'll take the single cut side of the file and really start to fine tune that blade and get it nice and sharp. Once I'm done on the curved side of the blade where most of the filing is being done, I'll take that single cut side again and work the flat edge of the blade, and that's going to put on the final touches. So now that I've got the blade nice and sharp, I want to make sure I take care of the handle as well. So I'll take some boiled linseed oil, pour it on an old rag, and I'll liberally apply it all along this handle here, and that's going to condition the handle and protect it and make it nice and smooth and easy to use. So make sure you take advantage of this downtime to take care of your tools and get them ready to go for spring. I'll put some links below for the batwing hoe and the farmer's file if you want to check those out. I hope you enjoyed this week's 2-minute tip. We'll see you next week.